couple of months before the human species would be able to observe its planet from the moon, surrounded by the highest mountains in the west, an expectant group of people gathered. On that day, May the 4th, 1969, Silo came down from the mountains to speak at a place known as Punta de Vacas. Those who returned from the snowy peaks to their cities felt very inspired and resolved to work in order to humanize the earth and to end the pain and suffering that human beings experience. They began to invite those closest to them and to influence their everyday environment. With time, those groups grew and multiplied, giving origin to the Humanist movement, which has worked ever since, placing the human being as the central value and striving so that no human being is above any other. To accomplish this great task, humanists in the 5 continents created various organisms. Thus, the Community for Human Development works for personal transformation in order to produce social change through active non-violence. Convergence of cultures facilitates exchanges between different cultures, promoting non-discrimination. The Humanist Party, a political organisation, emerges from social mobilisation and aims for electoral participation. World Without Wars and Violence opposes the arms race, nuclear weapons and wars with the methodology of non-violence. And the World Centre of Humanist Studies is orientated towards studies, research and the dissemination of ideas and points of view of universalist humanism, as well as its applications to the problems of society and science. It encourages the tendency towards the development of knowledge above the limitations imposed by prejudices accepted as absolute truths, promoting structural, dynamic, relational and critical thinking. This organism was created at the First World Humanist Forum in Moscow, conducted seminars and research together with universities and scientific institutions. The result of this research was published in a series of yearbooks. In April 2006, in Buenos Aires, the organism was relaunched with new centres appearing in Barcelona, Santiago de Chile, Madrid, Moscow, Paris and Rome. The structural dynamic method was developed thanks to seminars given in different cities. At the first International Symposium, Ethics in Knowledge, the World Federation of Centres for Humanist Studies was formed, and those present took the oath of ethics as a commitment to orientate all research towards human life in order to overcome pain and suffering. The second global symposium, Bases for the New Civilization, was developed thanks to the interconnected system of parks of study and reflection. It was clear that in this present moment, while the most remote corners of our planet are being connected, civilization shows signs of exhaustion and new foundations are needed for this nascent civilization. In the third International Symposium, A New Humanism for a New Civilization, the subject was the input that universal humanism can give to the first global civilization in human history, the universal human nation. In the fourth International Symposium, Towards the Discovery of the Human, from the Established World Towards Freedom, different questions arose about the essence and meaning of human existence. We recognized a new sensibility as appearing, not only in isolated individuals, but also in human groups which reflect collectively, organize and manifest themselves against all forms of violence, injustice and discrimination. From this moving situation, the campaign, Celebrating Good Knowledge, was launched. This campaign proclaims, good knowledge liberates, good knowledge is shared, good knowledge leads to justice, good knowledge unites and reconciles, good knowledge inspires, and good knowledge humanizes. This campaign will take place through numerous simultaneous actions and will culminate in 2016 with a polycentric celebration of good knowledge.